This podcast is a work of historical interpretation. While we strive for accuracy, some aspects of history are open to interpretation and debate. Thank you for listening. Hello, welcome. You are listening to Time Tellers, the podcast where history gets personal. I'm Renee.
And I'm Dan. Today we're going back to a time when the American dream could arrive at your doorstep in pieces packed in crates by railroad. This is a story of the Sears Modern Homes, revolutionary idea that brought thousands of houses to Americans through the power of the mail order catalog.
And delivered by railroad, which I know you enjoy. That's right. Between 1908 and 1942, Sears, Roebuck & Co. sold more than 70,000 homes across the United States. But the idea didn't start with Sears, and it didn't end there either.
There's actually so many eerie.
I know.
Oh, did you
I've
mention
seen
that?
photos. No, I don't know if I mentioned it, but I've seen photos of them.
Ah, okay. Before Sears ever shipped a single 2x4, the idea of mail order or prefabricated homes had already been brewing. In fact, one of the early examples of kit homes in America dates back to the 19th century.
Which would be the 1800s.
Thank you for specifying.
Some people get confused. In 1833, a company in London called Manning Portable Cottage shipped prefabbed houses to Australia. That's a long way. And in the U.S., the concept picked up in the post-Civil War era. The Aladdin Company, based in Bay City, Michigan, started selling kit homes in 1906, 2 years before Sears joined the movement.
Oh, why were they called Aladdin?
It's a very good question.
Then
No idea.
magic lamp?
Maybe. Magic house. I
Magic carpet?
don't know.
I'm confused.
Okay.
Aladdin was a pioneer, and they coined the term ready cut to describe their homes. But Sears, with its vast distribution network and legendary catalog, quickly dominated the market.
Another company, Gordon Van Tine of Davenport, Iowa, also entered the kit home market around 1910. While they never reached the volume of Sears, they played a major role in refining designs and offering customization. Many of their homes also survive today, often mistaken for Sears models.
So did they rip them off?
Sears ripped off them? Maybe.
I don't know. Gordon Van Tine homes had a few distinguishing features. They frequently used American Foursquare and Dutch colonial revival styles, which meant broad symmetrical facades with front porches, flared eaves, and dormers. Interior details like built-in cabinetry, beamed ceilings, and hardwood floors gave the home a more refined, upscale look.
They also partnered with Carlin Manufacturing Company for custom millwork, which allowed for detailed touches like colonial columns, decorative brackets, and leaded glass windows. Unlike Sears, which used a tiered system like Honor Built and Standard Built, Gordon Van Tine marketed their homes as uniformly high quality, with a strong emphasis on customization and aesthetics. I have no idea why that says $1, but apparently we're talking about money now. Maybe? I don't
know. You tell me what we're talking about.
I don't know.
You wrote it.
Yeah, I don't know why there's just $1 sign here, but that's okay.
Does somebody owe you $1?
Maybe.
Do you owe me $1?
Probably.
Yes.
It's worth noting that the Sears Modern Homes program ended officially in 1942. Sorry, Dad. I talked to him about this earlier, and he swears you could still order it through the catalog when he was working at Sears in the late 60s, early 70s. That is incorrect. But maybe he was looking at old catalogs that they had lying around. I don't know.
Or whoever put the catalogs together was slacking.
Right.
I mean, they were pretty big.
Yeah. By the 1970s, Sears had long since ceased selling pre-cut mail-ordered homes, though they continued selling home goods and materials. The decision to stop the program came during World War II, when resources like lumber and steel were redirected to the war effort, and Sears shifted focus to its core retail business. But when they turned their attention to housing in 1908, they had already had a massive logistical system in place, as well as customer trust. The timing was perfect. The U.S. was expanding westward. Home ownership was rising, and construction techniques were becoming more standardized.
Ordering a house from Sears was a surprisingly simple process. You flipped through the catalog, picked a model, oh boy, filled out a form, or visited a Modern Homes sales office, and within weeks, a boxcar filled with about 25 tons of materials would be on its way.
Now all I can think of is the Boxcar Children, that series from way back when that I used to read as a child. And they lived in a boxcar for a while. That's why they're called the Boxcar Children. It's a great old-timey series. The kits included everything: lumber, nails, doors, windows, shingles, paint, also known as paint, and even doorknobs. What they didn't come with? Labor. Buyers were responsible for building the house themselves or hiring local carpenters.
Hopefully not union, because that would be more than the house cost.
Yes, and hopefully their instructions are better than the ones that my daughter and I had to put up with putting together the table. That was just pictures.
Did you break it?
No, and it is all together, and it looks pretty decent if I do say so myself. It only took 24 hours.
And it was 4 pieces?
No! It was 56 steps. And it's like
one
a bar
step,
table.
One screw. 1 step, 1 screw.
It's
one
like,
step, flip over.
It's like a bar table with shelving and drawers and a mini fridge.
And it's going to be for your yarn, your point?
No, it is my TV stand now.
I thought you were putting together a TV stand.
That's what we thought it was, but it was actually a bar.
That you broke?
No, we didn't break it.
You said you broke it.
We split the wood a little, but I had wood glue and was able to glue it back together, and it was just one little spot.
Was it actually wood?
Yeah.
Like,
yep. No, I know what you mean.
Like
no,
chips of wood stuck together, or actually wood?
No, this is actual wood. I mean, parts of it were not, but what we actually, yeah. Anyways,
impressive.
It does. I'll show you a picture later. It looks nice.
Yay. Each piece was numbered and matched a blueprint, making it a giant 3D puzzle. Sears claimed that the homes could save customers up to 40% compared to traditional construction.
Some kits came with pre-cut and fitted lumber known as balloon framing, a newer method that used long, vertical studs from the foundation to the roof, reducing labor and cost. Starting in 1916, most Sears homes were honor-built, their top-quality line using the best materials.
It's worth noting that Sears didn't manufacture the materials themselves. They sourced them from mills and factories across the Midwest, bundled them, and distributed them. This decentralized approach meant they could scale quickly.
And also gave business to those companies.
And trades.
The houses could take anywhere from a few weeks to a few months to build, probably also depending on who was building it.
Hopefully not you.
Depending on the size, the weather, and skill level. Some towns even held community barn raising style events to build them together.
Plumbing and electrical systems were not typically included in the base kit, but Sears offered optional add-ons depending on the era and model. By the 1920s, most kits had upgrade packages for indoor plumbing.
Woohoo!
And wiring for electric lighting.
Mm-hmm.
Though these features were more common in urban and suburban builds, builders would either hire local electricians and plumbers or do the work themselves using guides and diagrams. This was before YouTube.
Right? Oh my gosh. We did not actually partake in YouTube trying to put this together amazingly.
It wasn't just a QR code that you had to scan
No.
and it took you to a video?
No. And I have to give my 18-year-old props. She did 80% of the work.
Oh, so you supervised.
I supervised and helped hold things, and her sister was a gopher. Yeah. It was her idea to buy the darn thing. And it was heavy, too.
You need to go spend your money?
Yeah. It's only $150. I mean.
And how much do you owe me?
About 150. Would you like the table? Good luck getting it out of my house. Anyway.
Anyway, many homes were initially built with outhouses and later retrofitted with plumbing as services expanded.
In areas without public utilities, families might install cisterns, septic tanks, and hand pumps. Similarly, electricity could come from generators or be omitted until rural electrification reached the area. Sears supplied fixtures, sinks, tubs, toilets, and wiring kits, but you needed skilled labor to install and connect them properly so you didn't go zap and die. Sorry.
That was offensive.
We don't want people to electrocute themselves.
Most people.
So you wouldn't mind if I electrocuted myself? Okay.
I wasn't referring to you.
Okay.
It's not all about you.
Yes, it is. This is Time Tellers.
That's awfully full of yourself. I can change the name.
No.
Give me 1 second. And speaking of logistics, once a home was ordered, it usually took between 2 and 6 weeks for Sears to ship it to the nearest railroad depot. Shipping time depended on your location, proximity to a warehouse, and seasonal factors like winter or rail congestion. Once the kit arrived, it took another few days to haul from the rail depot to your build site, usually with wagons or trucks. So, all in all, from order to arrival at your lot, the journey took 3 to 8 weeks total.
Hope you got somewhere else to stay in the meantime. Excuse me. Let's take a quick look at what these styles actually mean. There's the colonial revival, homes that drew inspiration from the 18th century American colonial architecture with symmetrical facades, columns, and formal entryways. There were two-door homes, which often featured steeply pitched gabled roof, bricks or stone exteriors, and decorative half timbering. Craftsman bungalows were known for their low-pitched roof, wide eaves with exposed rafters, and prominent front porches with tapered columns, and prairie school homes inspired by Frank Lloyd Wright, which favored horizontal lines, flat or hipped roofs, and open interior layouts.
Sears offered 370 different house designs during the program's lifespan, from tiny cottages, like the Goldenrod, to large two-story homes, like the Magnolia, which was over 2,900 square feet and cost about $5,000 in the 1920s.
Some homes were modest and practical.
From the beginning.
Others were showy and elaborate. They all shared one thing in common, though: standardization and affordability.
Some of the most popular models included the Craftsman Osborne. So is that Aussie?
No, this is pre-Aussie.
Well,
Pre him being in America and anybody knowing who he was.
the bungalow-style Argyle. Is that named after the pattern or the sweater? Or
I have no idea. Maybe.
The colonial Alhambra. That makes no sense at all.
Nope. No idea. There's a
Duplex-style Rodessa. Okay. And the luxurious Magnolia, the largest Sears model ever sold. How did they come up with these names?
I have no idea. Many of these models had customizable features. You could select different finishes, porches, fireplaces, or even make minor changes to the floor plan. Sears had in-house architects to help with alterations.
Between 1908 and 1942, Sears sold approximately 70,000 to 75,000 homes. Wow. While that's a small fraction of all homes built during that era, their influence is outsized.
Let's talk some numbers. The
Yay.
cheapest home, the Clyde, sold for about $600 in 1910. Adjusted for inflation, that's about $19,000 today. Still very cheap for a house. The average home cost between $1,500 and $2,500, or $5,000 to $80,000. $50,000 to $80,000 today. I can't read how many zeros are in things, apparently.
The Clyde, for example, was one of Sears' smallest and most affordable models. It typically had 3 to 4 rooms, including a living area, kitchen, and 1 or 2 bedrooms, often without an indoor bathroom. In contrast, the Grand Magnolia model had 10 to 12 rooms, including multiple parlors, a library, 4 to 6 bedrooms, 1 or 2 bathrooms, and expansive living areas spanning nearly 3,000 square feet. The room count was a key factor in the price difference between models. Can't you just add a wall?
Well, depending on what size the rooms are to begin with. Sure.
You could turn a 2-bedroom into a 6.
Teeny tiny bedrooms. Sears offered financing for a time, especially in the 1920s. This was crucial for working families. But when the Great Depression hit, many couldn't make payments, and Sears ended its financing program in 1934. See, this got... Yeah, just ignore this part. That got copied weird. I must have hit... Because this is all... Okay.
The most expensive model...
Again, the Magnolia.
Yes. Could run over $5,000 in 1920, equivalent to nearly $150,000 today. And remember, that's just for materials. Land and labor were extra.
Still, the affordability was unmatched. Sears Homes helped hundreds of thousands achieve home ownership. I stole your line. Sorry. Next section. This is talking more about the railroad.
Yeah, and it's you.
Oh, sorry. Sears shipped homes via railroad boxcars, often up to 30,000 individual parts. The materials weighed between 25 and 30 tons. Customers were responsible for transporting the materials from the rail depot to the build site.
If a town didn't have rail service, tough luck. But by the 1910s, America had an extensive rail network. Where'd it go?
Right. A lot of it's been torn up.
Yeah. And Sears had warehouses strategically placed to reach most of the country.
Rail sidings near small towns would receive the boxcars. Often buyers would rent a team of horses or wagons to haul the material to the lot. Later, trucks were used. Can you imagine just using U-Haul to carry your house around before you built it?
Yeah.
Some families store materials in barns and under tarps while preparing the foundation. Because, where are you going to put it all?
Why wouldn't they have started the foundation and had it ready before the...
Right.
They should have started, even at 3 weeks, they should have had it done by the time the stuff showed up.
Right. But even then, you're going to have... It's you're not going to get it set up in a day, so you're going to have to store it somewhere in case it rains or snows or something.
Well, it depends how many people you have.
Right. We're doing an Amish barn raising, and that's definitely doable.
In a day. Sears also included detailed manuals, step-by-step instructions for every aspect of construction. Some of these guides survive in archives and private collections.
Those would be fun to see. This would be fun to... I should look for them on the internet. See if there's any. You have them? You probably do. What am I talking about? Today, it's estimated that between 60,000 and 70,000 Sears homes were sold. Many of them are still standing, especially in places like Illinois, Ohio, Michigan, and good old Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Which is where we are.
Yeah, entire neighborhoods in places like Carlinville, Illinois, and Roanoke, Virginia, are composed of Sears homes, often built for workers by companies like Standard Oil or railroads. Carlinville has one of the largest concentrations, more than 150 Sears homes.
I can see why companies would do that. I wonder if Hershey's were... No, that's pre-Sears. Never mind.
Well, same GE, the row house, I don't know.
Right, yeah, those could probably not. Well, they did have, they have the duplex versions.
They're like all duplexes.
Yeah. There's even a community of researchers and hobbyists dedicated to finding and cataloging Sears homes. Some are on the National Register of Historic Places. Others are still occupied, quietly blending into neighborhoods, unrecognized by their owners as mail-ordered marvels.
In recent years, efforts to preserve and restore Sears homes have gained momentum. Historians use mortgage records, architectural features, and catalog comparisons to authenticate them. Preservationists often rely on original Sears blueprints, advertisements, or lumber stampings to confirm authenticity. Because homeowners didn't always keep records, identification can be tricky.
Local governments and historical societies have started including Sears homes in preservation planning. Some cities have hosted walking tours, open houses, or published registries. Social media has also helped Sears home fans share discoveries and restorations across the country. In fact, they would have to restore some of these. They are at the newest 100 years old.
Yeah.
Almost 100 years old. I guess Yeah, World War II is not 100 years old yet, but for many, living in one is a point of pride. I think building it would have been the point of pride, but I get it. I get it. Sears Homes kits were the precursors to today's prefab and modular homes. Think of companies like IKEA's Bow Clock. No, I said that wrong. Bow Clock? I've never heard of this. I mean, I've heard of IKEA, but not the Bow Clock. Boxable or even Amazon prefab cabins, all aiming to make home ownership more affordable and scalable. I need to get one of those to replace my shed in the backyard that, is still there.
Modern prefab homes are more energy efficient and tech-enabled, but the basic idea is the same. Standard parts, quick assembly, cost savings. What Sears did was scale the idea in an age before computers, digital tracking, or online orders.
Or YouTube to help instruct people on what they're doing. Today's equivalents also often come with the solar-ready roofs, smart home features, and options for sustainable materials. But they still follow the vision Sears laid out: efficient, stylish, mass-produced homes for everyday people. Some other companies that are doing this are Blue Homes, Prefab, and Connect Homes, which offer luxury-level designs that mirror the customizability. Yeah, that was a typo. Customability Sears once promised.
You read it.
What I'm wondering is why Grammarly didn't pick that up as a misspelled word. What? Customizability?
Customizability, whatever.
Yeah, that's a weird one, guys. It's summer.
And while modern, I know you forget how to speak in the summer.
Yeah.
And while modern zoning laws, permit requirements, and building codes can complicate kit assembly homes today, the resurgence of interest in small, flexible, and affordable living solutions, including tiny homes and 3D printed structures, proves that the spirit of Sears kit homes is alive and well in the 21st century.
So next time you pass a cute little bungalow in an old neighborhood, take a closer look. It might just be a Sears home, built from a box, nailed together by hand, and standing strong more than a century later.
That's it for this episode of Time Tellers. If you enjoyed the story, leave us a review and share it with someone who loves history as much as we do. Or just likes architecture. If you live in a Sears home or think you do, we want to hear about it. Tag us on social media at TimeTellersPod. Until next time, remember, history isn't just found in museums. Sometimes it's sitting quietly on your very own front porch.